Welcome to the Deep Dive episode 9. This is the series where we get past papers, MCQs, and we dive deep into them to discuss what's been said. So, today's paper is 2022 Oliver Science MCQ Part 1. I'm your host Shan Singha. Let's start with the first question. What is the organ that mainly performs nitrogenous excretion of humans? We have a bunch of options: kidneys, 2 skin, 3 lungs, 4 liver. So let's talk about the options that are not the answer first, and then the option, the correct answer. The skin acts as a protective barrier against pathogens, physical injuries, and harmful substances, while also regulating body temperature through sweating and blood vessel changes. Next point. The lungs facilitate the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between air and blood, which is vital for respiration. Third, the liver detoxifies harmful substances from the blood and regulates metabolism by storing excess glucose as glycogen and storing essential vitamins and minerals. It also produces bile for fat digestion. Synthesizes important proteins like albumin and contributes to immune functions by filtering out bacteria and old red blood cells. Another point about this bile, if you remember, bile is stored in the gallbladder but produced in the liver. Okay, and also glycogen is the animal equivalent to starch. You know how the plants store their energy as starch, right? Like rice, potatoes, things like starch. For animals, we use glycogen. It's a polysaccharide. Now we get to the answer. The kidneys filter waste products from the blood, including nitrogen waste like urea, which are then excreted in urine. So when you pee, you get rid of the nitrogen waste in like urea. We are talking about the mainly performs nitrogen excretion of human, and another thing is skin also performs nitrogen excretion of humans, but not as much as the kidneys. Next one, the unit of pressure. So pressure is the amount of force put to a certain area. So when we're talking about the unit of pressure, we are talking about 1 square meter, as you can see here, and 1 newton of force put onto that. So the unit of pressure in the International System Units SI is Pascal, and 1 Pascal is defined as 1 newton per square meter. As you can see, we have Newton divided by m to second power, and we can see this is an exponential number m2. So when you divide by it, it becomes Newton meter minus the negative 2 power. So Newton meter negative 2 power. This becomes a negative power, and the answer is 2. You can visualize, you can understand pressure and the correlation to area by just picking up a pen near you, and the back of the pen has a larger surface area than the tip of the pen, right? Use 2 fingers and put same amount of pressure into your skin, your left hand skin, using the back of the pen. Try to push your skin using the back of the pen. Then flip the pen and use the tip to push the same amount of pressure, apply the same amount of force to the same area on your skin, but the difference is the tip and the back of the pen, right? So when you use the back of the pen, because the surface area is larger, you feel less of pressure on your skin, and when you use the tip, because the area is smaller, you feel much more pressure. So that's a very simple activity of understanding the area, correlation between the area and the force and pressure. So we go to the next question. What is the type of biomolecule in which hydrogen and oxygen atoms that are combined in the ratio of 2 to 1? We have, for example, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and acids. Acids are not a biomolecule, so we can get rid of it right away. Look, carbohydrates have the general formula of CmH2ON, indicating that every carbon atom there are typically two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, reflecting the 2 to 1 ratio of hydrogen and oxygen. Look in here, H2O, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. For example, you have fructose and glucose here. You can pick either one. We have 6 carbon, 6 oxygen atoms, and 12 hydrogen atoms. So 12 to 6, 2 to 1. Answer is carbohydrate. Fourth question. Select the correct statement given about atoms. First option. The nucleus of all the atoms of every element contains neutrons. The nucleus of a hydrogen atom, the most common isotope, contains only one proton and no neutrons. The second option, in every atom, the number of neutrons and the number of protons in the nucleus are equal. The number of neutrons can vary. For example, carbon 12 has 6 protons and 6 neutrons, while carbon 14 has 6 protons and 8 neutrons. We can see a picture here of an atom in that the neutrons and protons are equal, but it's not always the case. Third option, the atomic numbers of two atoms of different elements can be equal. The atomic number is unique to each element and represents the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Different elements cannot have the same atomic number. The amount of protons are like DNA of an atom. Like amount of protons determine what kind of atom it is. If it has one proton, it's hydrogen. If it has like two, it's helium. Like that. If you remove one proton from helium, it becomes a hydrogen atom. That's how this works. And lastly, there may be atoms with different mass numbers in the same element. This statement refers to the existence of isotopes, which are atoms of the same element, the same number of protons, but with different number of neutrons, resulting in different mass numbers. We have isotopes. Isotopes are atoms with the same atom with different amount of neutrons. We have in hydrogen, we have protium with 0 neutrons, deuterium with 1 neutron, tritium with 2 neutrons. Protium, deuterium, and tritium. Those are the hydrogen's isotopes. We go to the last question. Which of the following plant tissue is a complex permanent tissue? Option 1, parenchyma. Option 2, collenchyma. Option 3, sclerenchyma. 4th, xylem. So you can see here, we have parenchyma tissues. We have one cell, right? It's one cell and it is the whole tissue. One cell, one type of cell. Collenchyma, sclerenchyma, all these are one type of cell is in the whole tissue. Then we come to xylem. Xylem, as you can see, is a bunch of different types of cells. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma are all simple permanent tissues. They are composed of only one type of cell with a specific function. Xylem, on the other hand, is a complex permanent tissue. It consists of different types of cells working together. We have tracheids and vessels. They transport water and minerals. You can see them here. They're like straws. And then we have xylem fibers, they provide structural support. Then we have xylem parenchyma, the same thing, but in the xylem. They store nutrients and help with transport. Therefore, only xylem exhibits the complexity characteristics of a complex permanent tissue. So that is it for today. It's a really short video today because it's the first 5 questions. You can email me at sciencewithsean@gmail.com to get the PDF of this answer sheet, not the slides, the PDF. And thank you for watching. And if you want to keep watching more videos like this, please do subscribe. And if you have anything to say or ask questions about these questions, comment below. And if you like the video, like the video. Okay, goodbye.